and welcome. I'm Zombie Kitty and welcome to another reaction video. So this is for a Five Nights at Freddy's song. It's called Fetch. This is by Dawko and DHeusta. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I don't think I have. But they did Darkest Desire, which was a Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted song, which is personally my favourite of theirs. This actually did premiere about half an hour ago, but I had other things to do, so I missed the premiere, unfortunately. But I still wanted to react to it. So, here we go.
Like a call from the noise of thunder, I can hear all my thoughts pulled under. Being drowned out.
Oh, is that Gray? I think his name is.
Rooting my mind.
Hey!
It's come alive and I want out. My life is a mess.
Fetch! Oh, that's cool. Wanna play safe, but I don't know how. When I can't even see what's coming after me. Oh, okay, cool. They just put that in. Oh yeah, the spider. Okay, so I thought it's not so much. I didn't expect it to like change tune. Oh, I like this. Oh, this was in the preview video as well, so I've heard this bit before. Oh, I like this. Oh, it's the neighbour's dog. Yep, nope. Oh, it looks so cool as well. I like the changing tune for the chorus. That's cool. Oh, I've just got up to this bit in the story. I've just got up to this bit in the book. Yep, it's the magic lucky finger. Oh, I like the design of Fetch, it's cool. These binary cool bits are really cool as well. They look so cool. Okay, so for people who don't know, I forgot to give context to this actually. For people who don't know, Fetch is the first story in the second volume of Fazbear Frights. So Fazbear Frights is a collection of 3 short stories per volume that are set within the Freddy Fazbear universe. So I think at the time of recording there's 9 volumes. So this is the first story in the second volume. Like I said, I am currently reading the story Fetch. I haven't finished it yet. So the bit that I got up to was the section where he retrieved the finger, which is Greg's, who's the main character. It's his uncle's finger. His uncle calls that finger his magic finger. I can't remember off the top of my head, I can't remember why he called it that. I think he managed to make something work. He either managed to fix something with the finger, or it was a claw machine that Greg was trying to get, and he managed to get it. It was something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was something along the lines of that. But I forgot to give context to what this is actually for. Okay, so I think that might be one of my favourite ones, next to Darkest Desire. That was so good, and I like I mentioned it already, but I like the verses sounded very sort of fairy tale like, and then it suddenly went into that like what do you call it, like dubstep bridge and chorus. Like, I thought that really worked because it gave you a mixture of like surrealism with sci-fi. Like, this particular story is not really horror, it's more science fiction, where it's to do with like artificial intelligence and can they actually read your mind if they sync up with your phone, which is what Fetch is. Fetch is an animatronic that can sync up with your phone and carry out particular tasks for you. But as the story goes on, Greg realises that actually Fetch is carrying out tasks that don't make sense. So an example is when to do with the neighbour's dog. So the neighbour's dog is quite vicious, and the neighbour's dog attacks Greg at some point in the story. I think he either wishes it to be dead or something. Next day, which is in the video, next day he opens the door and the dog's corpse is there by his bike. So it's like, okay, I never said anything about that on my phone. That was in my head, so how did you know about that? I think the overall story is fine. There's a lot of stuff in there to do with like random event generators, binary code, the idea that do inanimate objects or things that you think may not have feelings, do they actually have feelings, which is all fine, but it does kind of slow the pacing down quite a lot. But I like the idea behind it and the concept of it. Let's talk about the animation. The animation was really good as well, and I especially like the design of Fetch. They didn't really have much to go off apart from on the cover of Volume 2. I think with what they went with looked fantastic. Like, especially near the end where like Fetch's eyes were going from black to then yellow. And then he was sort of like having like binary code in his eyes and like green eyes near the end. Like, that was all really, really cool. And I thought it looked fantastic. I was going to say it's an improvement from Darkest Desire, but I think Darkest Desire had pretty good animation anyway, and it was doing something different. But this animation was pretty good actually. This was really cool. And I liked that. I mean, I guess at the same time, if you don't know the context of the story, some of this probably won't make sense. So example with the uncle and the finger, that probably won't make sense unless you've read the story. Like, to me, because I'd got up to that bit, I was like, oh, they picked out this bit, and they picked out this bit, and they picked out this bit. So for me, it was pretty cool that they've gone through the story beat by beat and basically telling, I think it's a 98-page story in about 3 minutes. So that's pretty good, I think. This is my problem, because I've heard a couple of Dawko songs before. I can never tell which one he is. I couldn't tell from this one which one he was. Some of them is really obvious. So again, Darkest Desire, he actually does the rapping. He raps the verses and is pretty good at it. But with this, I couldn't tell which one was him. I'm going to say the chorus was probably him, but I wasn't actually really sure. And I do apologise if people think it's really obvious. I'm sorry, I couldn't tell. I'm going to say it was the chorus though. But yeah, I think that's probably one of my favourites. I actually really liked that. I've been looking forward to this for a while because this was supposed to come out I think a few days ago and it got delayed. I think they wanted to redo some of the animation on the video. And again, like I said, this was supposed to be a premiere video, but I missed it, which is fine. Because it's here on YouTube now to stay, so. But this was a good one. I liked this. I liked this a lot. And I think I also like that he's doing songs that are to do with the short stories. Like he's done, so volume 1 had Into the Pit, To Be Beautiful and Count the Waves. And he's done songs, Dawko's done songs to do with all 3 stories. Which I think is really cool. Because it's a side of Five Nights at Freddy's that isn't really looked at. Because it's not really, it doesn't have the gamer lore. But it's just set within that universe. So I think that's why people kind of overlook it, but I think the stories are quite good. So I'm glad that it's getting the attention. But this was called Fetch. I will put the link to the video in the description below. But yeah, this was probably one of my favourites next to Darkest Desire. And I want to listen to the video again, like right now. If you have any videos that you want me to react to, or any games you want me to play, then please let me know. I have found that KFC film, I can't remember what it's called. I can kind of call it something else. But I have actually found it Lifetime to put it up on YouTube in full. So if you want me to do like a highlight commentary for that, then I will happily do that. I'm kind of debating on doing that, but I'm not sure. And also if you want me to do any games, then please let me know. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye!